Hey everyone, this is Amanda from Andie'sCrafts. Today I'm going to show you very quickly how to make a beautiful Christmas wreath using burlap and ribbon. Your wreath will look something like this when we're all finished. I can show it up close. We're going to use some burlap in there. We're going to use some ribbon. We're going to use a very easy wire frame. We're going to use some pipe cleaners to attach it to the wire frame. This wire frame you can get from, I got it from the dollar store, and sometimes they have them, sometimes they don't, but you can use this design for a circular wreath or the candy cane frame as you see here. But as you can see, it's a wire frame, and I got this one at the Dollar Tree. So, show it again. This is what we're going to be making today. So the tools we're going to need to start are, we need a cutting board. This cutting board I got at Walmart. It's a medium-sized cutting board. It ran between $10 and $12. This is perfect for cutting your burlap or your ribbon or just about anything else that you're going to want to cut. I'll show you the tag right there. Okay. You're also going to need a cutter. This is a wonderful cutter I got again at Walmart. It's about $14, $15. It has a circular metal blade on it, so be careful you don't cut yourself. But this is a must-have when you're cutting ribbon or, again, burlap or just about any craft that you're going to need to cut. This is a lot better than scissors. You're also going to need a pair of scissors, and this is going to be to cut your pipe cleaner that we're going to use. You can use wire cutters, but scissors work pretty good. So all of this I got at Walmart very cheaply. The wire frame I got again at the Dollar Tree. You're going to need your burlap. I decided to use a red burlap. I got this at Joann Fabrics. It comes in a roll that looks like this. It's $12.99, but if you get it for the holiday sale, it's 60% off right now. So it's about $5. They have a bunch of different colors in this, the green and the reds. I prefer to use Joann burlap simply because it's a little tighter in the weaving. You can use Walmart burlap. It comes like this. This stuff tends to fray a little bit easier. It has a little bit of a bigger grid line, a grid pattern, as you can see. This at Walmart comes in a roll that looks like this. It's about $3.95, $3.98, somewhere around there, so $4. Joann's does sell this. It runs about $6 to $8. So I suggest using the holiday burlap, though. It's a little easier to manage and it looks a lot better on your wreaths. You're also going to need some ribbon. I chose white ribbon today because we're doing the candy cane theme. This mesh ribbon is 4 inches. I got it from a local supply store that does arts and crafts. This was 2 for $10. Hobby Lobby sells something similar to this. They sell the bigger size. It's $5.99. But if you can see, there's definitely a difference in the size. I prefer to use the 4-inch so it doesn't stick out past my burlap. I like it to be just about the same width as my burlap when I do this. Okay, you're also going to need some pipe cleaners. Like I said, we're going to cut them in half, but you can get your pipe cleaners. I got these from Hobby Lobby. They were $1.67. You can get them from Joann's. You can get the pipe cleaners from the dollar store, but they tend to be variety packs, so then you have to pick out the different colors, and you have to buy more. So I suggest going to Joann's or Hobby Lobby and just getting yourself a big pack. They sell the economy size ones as well. So to set yourself up, you're going to cut all your pipe cleaners in half. Now you want to use the same color pipe cleaner that you're going to use for either your burlap or your ribbon. So this is going to be for my white ribbon, and then I have a red pipe cleaner for my red burlap. There could be a chance that you're going to see the pipe cleaner when we're doing this, so you want to make sure it matches. If you don't think it matches well enough, you can take it apart and we can redo it. So you're going to start out by cutting your burlap into 8-inch pieces. If you get this wonderful cutting board, this outer edge of the white square in the center, that's 8 inches. So I just roll it out and I cut it using my fancy cutter. I've already cut some of these pieces to kind of make the video go along faster. And then you're going to cut your ribbon into 8-inch pieces as well. The ribbon's a little bit more difficult to cut simply because it likes to fray. You can do a 16-inch piece in the ribbon, but you'll find that it doesn't bunch up as nicely and it doesn't have the same amount of fluff when you go to put it on your wire frame. So once you have all of your ribbon cut and all of your burlap, I can't tell you exactly how much is going to be needed. I will say that an entire roll like this did my last candy cane wreath, and I had a little bit left over because it is a smaller wreath than the circular ones that you can buy. So once we have all of that cut up, We're going to go ahead and put it on our wire frame. If you can see this wire frame, it has different sections. I like to work in sections. That allows you to be able to scrunch everything together and make it look better. And we're going to use 2 of these wire pieces at a time. So I'm going to use the outer 2, and then I'll use the inner 2. You can use the center 2 if you want, just to put some more center mass of the color. It doesn't matter, but I do suggest using 2 at a time. Otherwise, you're going to put it on one, and it's going to go like this. You're not going to have any control over it. So we're going to take our pipe cleaner, and we're going to wrap it around 2 at a time. Using the wireframe also helps because you can adjust the pieces back and forth, and it gives you a little more control. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my pipe cleaner and I'm wrapping it through 2. I'm just going to give it a twist once, maybe twice, just enough to really stick it on there. As you can see, now I have a little more control. I can move it back and forth. This helps as you get more pieces on. You can set one piece over here while you're working over here, and they won't catch on each other. So again, we wrapped it around twice with our pipe cleaner that we cut in half, the pipe cleaner that we got from Hobby Lobby. And then we're going to go ahead and scrunch. Let me use a piece that hasn't been scrunched already. We're going to go ahead and scrunch our piece of burlap. This is super easy. This entire wreath is really easy. So I'm going to pinch it down with my 2 fingers, and I'm just going to scrunch it towards me, if you can see that. And you're going to get something that looks like this. It's going to look kind of like a bow. Actually, we're going to go to the red, or the white. Like I said with the white, we're going to use 2 pieces of the white. We're going to put it down the center of the pipe cleaner. It's like this, and we're going to twist the pipe cleaner around it. I apologize, I picked red first, but I had a white pipe cleaner on there, so I had to change it up. Alright, so then we're going to get something like this. It looks a little messy. That's okay. You can always trim up the frayed ends with your scissors. Just cut that off right there. And now you have it nice and pretty. You're going to have to do a few sections for you really to get the idea of what it's going to look like. If you're just doing a few pieces and you think it looks funny, just keep going until you get a little more in, because it's really once you get halfway done that you're going to see how it all comes together. So again, I'm going to show you how to pinch up your burlap. We're doing red this time because I grabbed the right pipe cleaner. And you're just going to pinch it towards yourself. Okay? Now for the burlap, I use 1 piece of burlap. This helps the burlap go a little bit further. Some people use 2. I find that 1 is just enough for what you're doing. We're twisting it, the pipe cleaner around it again, and we're going to push pipe cleaner ends on either side, kind of give it a little cleaner look, and we're going to squish it closer to the white. Now as you're going along, and it's hard to do it with just the 2 pieces because there's not enough on here yet, but as you go along, you're going to kind of fluff the ends so you can cover that piece of pipe cleaner. If you can see, that's what I was talking about. If this would have been a black or a white, you definitely would be able to see it. I'm going to do another white, so I'm going to go to the inner 2, or the outer 2 now, because I've, if you can see in the back, I use these 2 and then these 2, and I'm going to go back out. It's completely up to you which 2 you want to use. You just have to eyeball it. You have to decide where you need the most color, where you're going to need the most fluff. Now scrunching this ribbon can get pretty difficult because the ribbon doesn't want to work with you in this fashion. I do suggest only scrunching it 1 time and putting it on here and not taking it off, because it'll start to fray a lot more. And as you can see, I got some frayed ends, so I'm going to cut those off, give it a little bit of a better look. I'm going to do a few more pieces so then I can show you what it looks like once I get a section done. I like working in sections because it's easier to scrunch all the pieces together and you get a better picture of what it's going to look like when it's all done. So we're going to, again, put this in the center of our center of our pipe cleaner and use the 2 ends and twist it around once or twice, just enough to really hold it on there. We're going to squish it towards the rest of everything. It's kind of looking like it's coming together. Again, don't lose faith when you get a little bit, when you're starting off, because it's going to look a little weird in the beginning, but I promise it will look gorgeous. You can use any color to do a wreath like this. You can use a circular metal wreath that you can buy from Joann's or Walmart. The dollar store does sell a circular wreath. It's very hard to find. It's a 14-inch. Sometimes they have it, sometimes they don't, just like this candy cane wreath. Again, I'm taking my pipe cleaner and I'm going through 2 of the wire pieces and I'm going to twist it once or twice, just enough to hold it on there. And as you can see, when you get to the end, it gets a little more difficult because the other pieces are kind of fighting back at you. So as you go through this, you're just gonna fluff it up. I'm not gonna do the whole wreath. I'll do a little bit more of the second section just so you can kind of see how it's fluffing along. All right, see? See how that's working out there? Usually I start at this end, but for this I started in the middle. But as you can see, it's starting to come together. In the end, you just kind of fluff up, you cover up the other pieces of pipe cleaner. You're constantly messing with this. You're constantly kind of trimming the pieces, making it look a little bit better. So again, I got the burlap from Joann's. It was on sale, 60% off. It comes and it looks like this. This is $12.99. So with 60% off, it came out to about $5. You have your mesh ribbon, white. I like the 4 inches. You can buy it at Hobby Lobby. It comes and looks like this. Hobby Lobby has every color under the sun. You can also buy burlap at Walmart. Comes a little bit bigger. This was $4. You're going to need your cutting board, your scissors, and a circular cutter. This is a must. Makes everything else go better. You're going to need your pipe cleaner. Just kind of recapping what we all did here. And I'm going to show you what the finished product is going to look like once you get going. See how that is? See how beautiful that is? Everything scrunches together. Everything kind of overlaps. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I'll hold it back a little more. You can do this with the circular wreath. This is what I made the other day. Comes out and looks like this. So this type of scrunching and attaching can be used just about any design, any color, anything you can imagine. Super easy. Thank you guys for watching. I wanted to do a super quick tutorial because this is super easy. If you like this, please follow my page and like my video. Thank you guys.